What is up, my friends and family? Today I'm going to tell you about why I stopped Accutane early and why that was actually a good thing, how it cleared me up even further than when I was on Accutane. I know that idea is just kind of weird, a little bit asinine, a little bit crazy. I was on Accutane for over 75 weeks. I've had acne since I was 15 years old. I'm 22 years old now, and it progressively got worse as I lifted, as I started eating more calories and food, and as I was eating more calories and food, I was also starting to intake food that I'm actually intolerant to, specifically dairy products and whey protein products, meaning protein bars, gallons of milk a day, etc., like cheese, quesadillas, blah, 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 blah. That caused me to break out so bad. Not only the little whiteheads, but also a ton of deep blackheads, and then huge cystic acne bumps, like huge comets, craters, everything you can imagine, marbles under the skin, everything, man. I had really bad acne, guys. So I started Accutane about, I'd say, almost 2 years ago now, and the reason I didn't start it 2 years earlier than that is for the same reason that I had to stop. The reason I had to stop was because I'd say about 2 months ago now, 2 months ago when I went in to fulfill my next month, because I felt like I had about 2 months more to go, so I would have just been ending now. When I went in to go fulfill my prescription, when I went to the pharmacy, for whatever reason, they told me that I wasn't in the system, and I'd been on Accutane for 75 weeks. I mean, come on. And I needed to re-sign up and do an orientation quiz or something. So I tried to do that online, and then the website told me that the username and password they told me to use didn't exist. So there's a lot of this like back and forth thing. I went to the pharmacy 4 different times to try and fulfill my prescription to Accutane, and it didn't work any of the time. So what I did was I said, I kind of care, but I kind of don't care. I'm one of those people that's like, hey man, if the path is just gonna be resistance, then it must mean that this is fate, or like this is life. Life wants me to stop Accutane early, because obviously not only the pharmacy, not only the doctor, but also the place that has my information, all of them are just making this impossible. So I just decided, you know what? This is a perfect time to stop. I had a little bit of bump still coming up. I still had a zit or two that would fly in. I still have lots of blackheads and stuff. But I thought, hey, this is a great time to kickstart myself into trying even harder, because I've tried everything for acne, but when I was trying way back in the day on everything, doing like what are those things called? Dang, what are Proactive and like all that stuff, and using like apple cider vinegar and using like honey oil and like tree oil and like all these different like remedies and stuff. I used to do that back when I had severe acne, super bad acne, really bad acne. So it never helped me, right? And then by the time I started getting on Accutane, my acne was clearing up. I hadn't tried any of those things. Not only that, I hadn't tried a lot of diet manipulation. Whereas in the past I had tried a lot of diet manipulation, but my acne was so bad that it didn't really affect anything. Not to mention, I hadn't found out that dairy was the main culprit, and so even while I was experimenting with different diets, dairy was still in there. And dairy is like, literally, I look at milk and stuff and cheese and stuff, and I just look at it and it just looks like pus to me. Like, and I mean that in the way that like, it looks like it's just going to go right into me and then come right back out of my face as like zit goo, zit cream, pus. Kind of gross. It sounds so gross. Anyways, I digress. What my point was though is that because I knew I was going to stop Accutane, and because I knew I can't just jump back on it. I can't just be like, hey Derm, can I just hop back on for another year? It's now up to me to make sure that I keep my skin as clear as it has gotten, and hopefully be able to clear it up more. That's what I was thinking. And so about 8 weeks ago, what I started doing is I started to look into, manipulating this and that type of diet. So like I would drop my salt a little bit, see if that helped a little bit, not so much. So then I tried a little bit less saturated fats, not really that big of a deal. And I've tried a lot of different things. Now, the thing that has helped me the most, and I know you guys are tired of hearing me harp on this, but the thing that helped me the single most, oh my gosh, more than anything else, is eating tons of vegetables. And I mean like super dosing vegetables. Not just having like a serving or two with breakfast or lunch and then a serving or two with dinner. I mean like having like 8 to 12, maybe even more servings of vegetables. And I mean, you guys can see my stir fries. They're huge. They're like these bowls that are like this big, just filled with broccoli and cauliflower and snap peas and celery, bok choy, carrots, bean sprouts, just anything that you think is delicious as a vegetable, but specifically dark, crunchy, nutrient-dense vegetables. I found that those have massively improved my acne. And also, I would say that because I've taken out a lot of the bad things that I knew were causing my acne, it's now allowed these good things to help stop my acne. So the things that were helping cause my acne in the beginning that I took out of my diet were sugars, like sodas or whatever, candy. Like, I'm not really big on that kind of stuff in the first place, but I was having like protein bars that would have like a lot of sugar in them. Whey protein of any sort, or dairy derivative protein of any sort, so that would be like whey concentrate isolate, milk protein isolate, any of that kind of stuff, casein, pretty much any supplements that are protein other than, egg or plant-based. So those are huge. I used to eat a lot of Quest bars. I used to eat a lot of like everything, protein powders in my oatmeal, make protein. It used to be my big thing. I can't do that anymore. And then number 3, I would say milk. Like I know I just said like protein and stuff, but milk, specifically dairy, cheese, milk, fat, whipping cream, anything like that, butter and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff breaks me out really hard. So once I took those things out, then I added vegetables in, a lot of vegetables. It helped clear me up a lot. So basically, by being forced off of Accutane early without a choice of my own, it kind of forced me into changing up my diet and seeing if I could manipulate it to help out at least a little bit. Also, I am using a topical medicine called Retin-A. I want to see if you can see this. Come on, focus! Yeah, so I put this on my face every single day. I put about a pea amount on my entire face. So a little tiny bit on both sides of my face. I use the back of my hand because that's the cleanest spot, I think. And then I do it on my forehead. And honestly, it's helped a lot. Back in the day, I've tried this before, again, like I said earlier, and none of that stuff worked before when I had severe acne. So Accutane helped me get to a regular point in acne, that people probably regularly have to deal with. It's just kind of bumpy and little blackheads and some whiteheads here and there. And then things like Retin-A and eating vegetables and taking out dairy and my water intake, which has always been high. All that kind of stuff has contributed to keeping my face clear. And I don't know if it's gotten clearer, but I feel like it has. A lot of people come up to me and they tell me like, dude, you look so clear today. And I'm just like, I don't think you understand how happy that makes me. Like, I know. I've heard it a bunch now at this point, like, because I've been clear for, not clear, but like for at least like, not like Maybelline clear, but I've been clear for like at least 2-3 months. So I've heard it a lot, but it never seems to get stale. It never seems to get old. I love hearing it, man. When people are like, dude, your face looks so good today. And like, some people even put their hand up, like they're not gonna really touch my face, but it's just like that 3D type thing when you're in a movie and you're just like, oh, it's so weird. So it's really cool, man. It's really cool to have a clear face. Mostly, my acne is clear from the eyes down, and then from the eyes up are where I actually break out when I do break out. And I usually break out with about 1 pimple every like 3 or 4 weeks. And so you can see the remnants of the last one. They're generally pretty big, but other than that, it feels really good. So I went from full-on zits, then I went on Accutane, then I had to quit early, then I switched to a vegan style of eating, lots of vegetables, taking the meat out. The meat I don't think is necessarily the thing that is causing the acne necessarily. I think it's more so the vegetable overload that's helping stop the acne. But either way, I'm feeling good, so I'm doing that. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to do that to stop your Accutane or to stop your acne. I just want to put my information out there. The last thing I want to address real quick is my scar treatment. Now, a lot of you guys did donate and supported and remember that video where I was asking you guys about getting laser surgery. I do still have to let my face heal completely because I'm still feeling the effects of Accutane. Like, for example, if I go out in the sun, I will feel my skin burning significantly quicker than if I obviously wasn't in the sun or if I wasn't on Accutane. I can tell that I still have the Accutane side effects, like when I scratch myself, anywhere, my face, my hands, anything, it's way more sensitive, meaning that like it'll get more red and it'll stay red for longer. So I don't think I'm ready to do any sort of microdermabrasion or laser surgery or anything like that quite yet. My plan is to let my face completely heal up for maybe like another 3-4 months or so. Let the Accutane that is still in my body, because it's a fat soluble vitamin, help it kind of dissipate a little bit. And then I'm gonna look into some sort of scar treatment. Now I've heard now that laser surgery is not always the wisest choice. A lot of people said that microdermabrasion is the way to go, like a derma roller, I believe is what a lot of people suggest. There are so many different choices, so I am currently still researching. If you guys have any suggestions with the scar treatment stuff, I definitely want you guys to let me know, because I'm looking into doing it. I just want to make sure that I heal up first. That is it though. I am done, my friends. I don't want to blabber on too much longer and kill you guys with this, but I did just want to get this information out there for you guys, and I really appreciate you guys supporting me on this, in this huge journey. Like, this journey has been over 2 years. It's crazy how long it's been, and it means a lot. It means a lot that you guys are with me. I've got my lucky ketchup bottle, which has my freaking channel engraved on it, and it's not gonna focus. Oh, yeah, it makes me happy as hell, man. Thank you so much, Chris, you freaking rock. I appreciate you guys coming out here, checking out this video. Seriously, please give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy me, my passion about this subject. I got a lot of it, and I just want to help people. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. It's my job to answer those as best as I can, since I have the experience of what I have had. So if that experience can help you at all, please leave your questions so that I can answer them in video or in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already to the channel, I appreciate if you guys would subscribe. Check out beyondtheweek.com, my company for posters, shirts, man, anything. The posters are coming soon. They aren't out yet. Sorry, I just remembered that. This is out. This shirt is out. I love you guys. I will see you on Wednesday. Team Beyond the Week. CT.
Lift heavy or die, MIRIN, motherfucker.